Well, hello everybody. Happy Monday. Welcome to Conversations with Curtis. Good to see you guys. Hey, I'm seeing some new names. Mad Venturious. Thank you for joining. Shoestring VA. Thanks for joining. And Elinas. It's cool. Awesome, guys. Thank you. Victor Chang, you're here. That's great. Thanks everybody for joining today. Daniel was going to do a stream of his own, which I think he's pushing back to later this week, with fingers crossed that circumstances in his environment will allow him to do that. We're all thinking about Daniel and worried about him and his family and his friends and his people in his immediate surroundings. It's a tough time what's going on over there, and our heart goes out to you, Daniel. And so today we are going to try to play something kind of fun and upbeat. And I've heard a bunch about this game. It started with, I'm sure it started with one of you guys mentioning it on the Discord channel, but then a guy that I was training at my work, we started talking about games, and he mentioned it. And so it's been kind of around for a while. So I'm very excited to play the game with you guys today. I've heard a few things about it. I've heard the narrator is a big character in the story. But yeah, I'll just try to dive right in and see how we go. So let's see what's going on. Ozzy, you're here. Good to see you. Indy Emil, awesome. That's great. Good to see you, bud. Connor, it's like the old gang. So yes, join us today. I'm going to just quickly say thank you to our Patreon members who have been helping support us for, many of these people have been supporting us since we started almost 3 years ago. I can't believe our channel is pushing 3 years. Where does the time go? And if you can join us, it would always help to support our channel and kind of keep us rolling. If you can't join us live, then please consider a one-time donation to get to our goal. We're only going to stream, I think, twice this week. I'll do one today. Daniel may do one on Wednesday. And then I'm hoping I'll be back from my work trip on Friday, where I could do like a slightly later afternoon stream, hopefully with Daniel. I don't think Tori is around this week, so we'll have to come up with something else. But if you can help us get to our smaller goal for this week, that would be super helpful. These are our top 7 donors over the last 30 days. I'm just going to zip through this. I'm not going to name names today. I've been reading this over and over for a while now. All right, let's get to Stanley Parable. People are saying, don't give me advice. I think that's a good idea. I will ask for advice when I need it, if I get lost, when I get lost. And I think that's it. Let's turn the sound on. I feel like we're at Curtis's cubicle already. There we go. Begin the game. Let's see. Velvet Tea Cake, welcome. Hey, hi, AI, you're here. Awesome. All right, guys, let's do this thing. I'll keep an eye on the chat as much as I can. Let me know if the volume is too loud, too quiet, whatever you need. It's a little loud on my end. I guess I could just turn it down. All right, here we go. Loading. End is never the end, is never the end, is never the end. Aha. Is that a parable? I was looking up.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Oh, great voice already.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427. Employee number 427's job was simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on the keyboard.
Just like Curtis.
Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push,
how
long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee
I have these jobs
every day of every month of every year.
Data entry. I did data entry for years.
Considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment.
Oh, but he loved it.
Came in. The as though he had been made exactly for this job.
I already love this game.
Stanley was happy.
Okay, we're happy. All's good.
And then
So
one day,
nothing can
something
go wrong.
very peculiar happened. Something that would forever change Stanley. Something he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow.
What could be
No one
wrong?
had showed up to give him instructions, call a meeting, or even say hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened.
What's the name of
This
the company?
complete isolation. Something was very clearly wrong. Shocked, frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his
Oh wait.
office.
Oh, I saw it. I saw when it went from being the video opening to me being in control. All right, just before I explore here, we're playing the original Stanley Parable, not the Ultra Deluxe. One, Ultra Deluxe was more expensive, but two, I just thought I want to play the game that that came out, that everybody played at the time, that made this game so popular, that ultimately led to a deluxe version. So we're playing the original, and if that leads to us playing the deluxe later on, then so be it. Okay, here we go. It's interesting that I've started taking to these first-person games. I'm still not very good at it. I'm certainly gravitating towards newer games. Don't tell Daniel, although I think he suspects. Okay, this is my cubicle. Oh my god, I've had these offices. I've never had it. Alright. Not much to do. Is there anything I can do or pick up? How do I pick things up? Can I pick things up? Is there like a... Doesn't look like it. There's a phone. Can I... So there's no picking things up at this point. There's no... Okay. Okay, here I go. Do you guys just dive right in and run to the next space, or do you look around? I think you've all learned that I'm a looker-arounder. Alright.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, so the narrator is guiding me. Okay, can't go that way. All right, papers on the floor. This is not good. There's a lot wrong here. They could probably have. Look at that carpet, that old crappy carpet. Man, oh man. Raise your hand if you've been in this environment in your life. All right, so it doesn't look like there's doors, but I don't look like they're openable doors. No. Okay, so I've got to go to the meeting room. Which way? Oh, it's not there. So I guess it's pretty clear what the game wants me to do here. Oh.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
And I can't go back. The door got shut on me. Okay. Okay, this is the conundrum right here, right? This is the narrator wants me to go left. And the question is, do I go left and trust the narrator, or do I think that the narrator is an unreliable narrator and I should not do anything that he says? In fact, I should do the opposite. This is... What can I see here? All right, I'm not going to trust the narrator, but I'm going to do what he says. I'm already regretting this decision. But that's what I'm going to do. The Stanley Parable begins. Trust the unreliable narrator. Oh, of course, the door's shut behind me. All right, no going back. Talk to me, narrator. What do I do next?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Why they?
Feeling a wave of
But the door keeps shutting.
Stanley
Somebody's doing it.
decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Meeting room. Oh, see, I could do this all day. I just love seeing all the stuff they put. Meeting schedule, weekly target. That's all pretty boring. Do not alter without consulting. Whiteboard manager. There's another one. Tomorrow targets. Get Chris out of the broom closet. Hire someone to synergize papers. Papers are too synergized. Fire paper guy. Hire somebody to fire the paper synergizing guy. Who moved my desk? Please keep the targets on the topic of not efficient. The future was yesterday. Tomorrow is now. It's good. Funny stuff. What else? Complete today's unfinished agenda items. Write next day's agenda. Reflect. Okay, I'm supposed to go to my boss's office. The boss appreciation minute. On your boss appreciation minute worksheet, circle if you ever find yourself in a conflict with another diligent employee like yourself, but more inclined toward conflict unless you're the... Okay, all right. Oh my God, I could be in here all day. This game's probably like a 2-hour game. It's going to take me a month. Hey, Niathara, welcome. Flu's World. It is very Wintechy. Reliable narrator confirmed. Reliable? I don't... Okay, all right. The stock market is somewhere here. Don't tell me what to do, narrator. Well, so far I'm letting him tell me. All right, let's go find my boss. Now, of course, I'm... Oh, damn. Who's doing that? Can't go in the broom closet. There's no way indoors. Looks like doors just have to either be open. Okay, get my bearings. Here we go. Move.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's
But I can
office.
go downstairs too. This is a horrible situation to be in. Listen to the music. All right, I'm gonna do what he tells me. I'm gonna regret every minute of it. This is how you get to the boss's office? Isn't there like some paneled staircase or a nice elevator? Wow, look at this. You're going to shut on me. I'm going to watch you shut on me. Yeah, I knew it. Ghosts. There are ghosts in this executive bathroom. Can't go in the executive bathroom. It's a nice, welcoming environment. Is my boss in here? So this is very similar to Firewatch in that I'm alone. Alone again. Why am I gravitating towards games where the narrator is isolated and alone and confused? But in this case, we have zero context. We just know that Stanley is a worker drone who likes doing data entry stuff. And now no one is around. And we need to find out, well, what is going on here?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark secret was being held from him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him.
Oh, great.
And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
No way. He
But
just
of
told us.
course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
How do I do it? 2. Eight.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could, yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing. He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, we're in trouble. We're in trouble. Is there a piano? Should I play a little piano first? All right, I guess not. Yep. Let's go into the passageway. Find out the dark secret of whatever the name of our... No! How many of you guys have played this game? Minor note, you might want to check the key bindings when you're interacting with closed doors. I think there should be a sound I didn't hear. Maybe you're using the wrong key. I don't know what that means, key binding. So you might need to be a little more clear if there's something I need to do. But everything seems to be working on my end. I like all the sound effects. I like the... Okay. Okay, so it's pretty clear I'm supposed to go this way. All right. I don't know what to do here. Let's see. Isn't there... Shouldn't there be like a... Huh. If I go close enough, does something... I think I'm supposed to hit this button. But I don't have an access to hit this button. Yeah. This button says go down. Been many years since I played this. Key bindings means the controls. What keys or buttons do what actions in the game. Gotcha. Thought you were using the wrong key. I'm using a controller. Press E. Oh, well, thank you. But why didn't I have that option for my loading? Okay. Why didn't I have that option for my... I guess if I just need to press A or something on my controller.
He felt a bit peculiar.
I do feel
it
peculiar.
Was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
No. Okay, well, thank you, narrator. Where are we going? Wow, it's dark. What do I do? Huh? What? This is weird. I'm in all darkness. There we go. What's that way? I'm up high. There we go. Finding my bearings, guys. Finding my bearings. What's this?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
But I don't... So, I feel a feeling maybe I should not do what he tells me to do. No, I can't go back. It's all dark. Oh my god, this is hilarious. Mind Control Facility. Escape. Oh my god. All right. I don't know if I should stick with my original plan of... Well, come on. I mean, you gotta escape, right? I think maybe I need to veer... Oh god, I don't know what to do. I'm going to go in that room and the door's going to close. This is so great. I'm going to escape. Here we go.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
What? Wait, I'm going to meet my violent death? Now we got to find out if the narrator... Now we'll know for sure if the narrator is telling the truth. Oh my gosh, this is hilarious. All right, let's call his bluff. Emil!
Emil tipped 3 pieces of 8, just a few extra bucks, to add to my monthly donation.
Oh,
Less than 3.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that very, very much. And you got this week's goal kicked off. So let's see if, maybe that $3 will mean we won't end in violent death. All right, let's go.
The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track. At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted effort to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
Am I really going to die? It's too early in the game for me to die. Well, shite. Is this like a... What the heck? Let's do it. Haha, I'm not dead. Whoa.
As the machine whirred into motion and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever.
This is so
Stanley
good.
can't see the bigger picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his death was of no great loss, like
What?
plucking the eyeballs from
My controls are
So he resigned
shaking.
and willingly accepted this violent end to his brief and shallow life.
What?
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley. Wait, what? Wait, what just...
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a single visceral instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him instantly.
Are we dead? No, we're still alive. What is happening? What is happening? I'm a little disoriented. Okay, I'm gonna walk through here. I'm so confused. I can't. Whoa, this is so weird. Where am I? Is the game
And yet
over?
It would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game,
No.
back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish?
So she and the narrator are...
When every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance, death becomes meaningless,
Oh, we're like-
making life the same.
Oh my god.
Do you see now?
I do.
Do you see that Stanley was already
Groundhog
dead
Day.
from the moment he hit start?
We're at the credits. How is this possible? Oh my god, this game is so ridiculously, wonderfully meta. There's, what is this? Nature paintings. Okay. They're all very pretty. Now what? What am I doing? Where am I? This is, this is the office. It's a diorama of the office. I can actually get a pretty good view of it. The 2 doors. Those are the 2 doors. Oh, wait, how? The set of 2 doors was the very first concrete piece of the wait, how am I? Once this room was created, the rest of the game emerges. I am so confused. How do I start over? I'm in the credits. I'm like in a little museum. Button sounds. I'm so confused. Did I do something wrong? Should I have not gone this way? I have a feeling this is the kind of game that you shouldn't be... Well, let's just go with it. This is like a horrible nightmare. Now I don't trust either of my narrators. The female narrator tells me that the male narrator is all right. Looks like I'm stuck. I got nowhere to go but down here. Can I go in any of these doors? Filing cabinets. Is there any of these things I can? Credits. Office computers. There's employee database, solitaire, something or other. Credits. My God. I can go two ways. There's always two ways. Okay, I didn't do anything wrong. That's good. 431 to 436. This is crazy. Okay, so this is... Maybe I should be looking at some of the rooms I'll be seeing later. All right, note to self. Maybe listen to the narrator next time. Green light. Am I going crazy? Maybe it isn't the same image, that clock there before. I don't remember. How do I go back? Can you check for me? The point of the Stanley Parable HD remix is to lose. So I did. I just lost. The point of the Stanley Parable is to win. Words. Niathra.
Niathra tipped $5, sending some happy thoughts to CWC.
Hey, thank you, Niathra. I really appreciate that. Stanley Parable. Okay, so... All right. What's in here? Bicycle. Warzone. Huh. Early in development, we designed an ending where Stanley would end up on a battlefield fighting aliens. The action game would become sentient and would wage war against the narrator. We realized shortly after starting to build it that it was far too jokey and on the nose for the tone of the game. Plus, some people interpret it as making fun of people who like shooters, which was not our intention. So we are absolutely in a museum of the game that we just started and actually just ended because I made the dumb mistake of going down the wrong road. Can I get out? Oh. It's a window. No. Another window. Well, all right, so we saw that. I guess we have to go this way. How do I get out of here? The lounge. All right. Okay. There's a phone message for me. The apartment timer. In a previous version of the choice leading to the apartment. And you see apartment. I don't know if I can. What do I do? All right. I'm in a limbo here. Cargo lift. All right. Should I be taking notes? I have a feeling I'm going to see all this stuff when I go back. Am I supposed to restart, or do I go to a place that will ultimately, have me restart? God, there's so much going on. I can't really interact with anything. Zoning levers. These levers were originally a part of it. I'm kind of... Countdown desk. Can I do something with it? I'm so confused, you guys. Okay, you never have to manually reset, I think. Paul decided to meander around for a bit, trying to comprehend various aspects of the meta-narrative. He then decided to find the exit to explore which other choices he could have made. How do I get to the exit? Can I do something here? All right, is there an exit? Let's find an exit. Is this where I died? Monitor room elevator. All right, let me out of here. Let's find an exit. 427. This is mine. Let me in. 427 again. And 427 again. And I can't get to any of them. Stanley's office. Wow. What did I do? How do I get out? Oh, there is a sign. There's a sign that says exit? Okay, I was wandering around. Let me see if I can find it again. Probably not this way. Okay. All right, let's go back. I'm looking at too many things to go this way. Was there an exit this way? Sorry, Beryl. I must be very frustrating for all y'all. But you know, you get so caught up. I'm looking at all the art. There's an exit. Okay, there it is. There it is. Thank you all. Goodness gracious. Oh, God. I did not.
Oh, look at these two. How they wish to destroy one another. How they wish to control one another. How they both wish to be free. Can you see? Can you see how much they need one another?
Me and the narrator?
Perhaps not.
Who are you talking to?
Sometimes these things cannot be seen.
She's talking to you guys. Oh, wait.
But listen to me. You can still save these two. You can stop the program before they both fail. Push escape and press quit. There's no other way to beat this game. As long as you move forward, you'll be walking someone else's path. Stop now and it'll be your only true choice.
Push.
Whatever you do, choose it. Don't let time choose for you. Don't let time choose.
I don't know if I was able to do anything. So I died again. All right, what is happening? Are we loading? Are we coming back to another place? Am I going to be back on my desk again? What? So what do I do? The game is now paused. Resume the game or begin the game again. I can do that, but do I begin the game again? Is there any place to go? Reset the game. My heart is beating like a jackrabbit. I think I've learned.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
God.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right. All right. I see this. I see what's going on here. Just keep an eye out for stuff. I bet you new things are going to pop up along the way. A mug, a box. I don't trust anybody. I don't trust the female narrator. I don't trust the male narrator.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Oh, yeah.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
I guess that's what we're going to do now. Go to the employee. This reminds me a lot of Inside. There's some, there's all those empty spaces, and inside there's some similarities. Not in the way the game is built, but in some of the artwork and such. That reminds me of Inside. I guess this is the employee lounge.
Yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate, beautifully constructed room. Stanley simply stood here, drinking it all in.
Can I get a drink? I'm going to stand here and drink it all in.
Yes, really, really worth it being here in the room. A room so utterly captivating that even though all your co-workers have mysteriously vanished, here you sit looking at these chairs and some paintings. Really worth it.
Oh my gosh, this is great. Has there ever been a narrator like this before? He's so passive-aggressive.
But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
But there's this... Oh my God. There's too many options. Okay, so wherever I go, the door is going to shut on me, and I'm stuck on that path, right? And that path is going to lead to whatever it's going to lead to. And then I'm going to die, and then I'm going to start over again. And then I'll go down a different path. So I feel like there's really no wrong way to go. I'm enjoying not doing what he tells me to do. So I'm going to not do what he tells me to do right now.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Oh, that's great. I don't think there's going to be any picking things up, inventory or anything. This is totally Groundhog Day in an office setting.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been neglecting, Stanley.
Me.
Someone you've forgotten about.
Is it me?
Please, stop trying to make every decision by yourself. Now, I'm not asking for me, I'm asking for her.
Her, the other narrator. Oh, this is
it, Stanley. Your chance to redeem yourself, to put your work aside, to let her back into your life.
Who's her?
She's been waiting.
Go here. Okay, so who am I letting back into my life? Can I open that? No, I can't. I can't grab anything. Just gotta go indoors. This is too funny. This is really funny. Door's gonna shut. I knew it. Am I missing? Are there things I should be seeing, you guys? Are there am I missing Easter eggs or strike, unionize, revolt? We're fighting the power. Okay. It's only one way to go. Into a dark room. Hopefully she's there. Wherever she is. Oh boy.
That's her, Stanley. You need to be the one to do this. To reach out to her. If you can truly place your faith in another, then pick up the phone.
Alright, I guess we gotta pick up the phone. How do I do it?
on, sweetie. Sorry to keep you waiting. I'm just pulling the bread out of the oven. All right. Okay, there we go. All right, now, I want you to come in and tell me all about your day.
Gotcha. Oh, come on. Did you actually think you had a loving wife? They want to commit their life to you. I'm trying to make a point here, Stanley. I'm trying to get you to see something. Come inside. Let me show you what's really going on here.
Holy crap, what is happening? This is... Okay, I'm now at his apartment. What is happening?
This is a very sad story about the death of a man named Stanley.
Good morning, employee 427. Press LB on your gamepad. LB. Which one's LB?
Stanley is quite a boring fellow. He has a job that demands nothing of him, and every button that he pushes is a reminder of the inconsequential nature of his existence.
Hey. I don't wanna. All right, fine.
Look at him there, pushing buttons, doing exactly what he's told to do.
But I was
Now
trying
he's
not to
pushing
do
a
that.
button. Now he's eating lunch. Now he's going home.
Can't go in
Now
here.
He's coming back to work. One might even feel sorry for him, except that he's chosen this life.
I don't wanna. You've made it. Can I go anywhere else? All right, fine.
But in his mind, in his mind he can go on fantastic adventures. From behind his desk, Stanley dreamed of wild expeditions into the unknown, fantastic discoveries of new lands.
How
It was
fun
wonderful.
this narrator,
And
this
each day
actor
that
must
he
have
returned
had.
to work
What
was
a
reminder that none of it
dream
would ever
job.
happen to him.
What a great voice too. I'm sure people have talked to him. Is he like a famous voiceover guy? Please press B to watch TV. Okay, let's go watch some TV. All right, here we go. Nothing else I can do.
And so he began to fantasize about his own job.
I'm not watching
First,
TV
he
though.
imagined that one day while at work, he stepped up from his desk to realize that all of his co-workers, his boss, everyone in the building had
Where's my
suddenly
TV?
vanished off the face of the earth. The thought excited him terribly.
Press Y to spend time with the boys. Okay, sure.
So he went further. He imagined that he came to two open doors and that he could go through either. At last, choice. It barely even mattered what lay behind each door. The mere thought that his decisions would mean something was almost too wonderful to behold.
So I have no choice whatsoever at all in any of this. So here I was thinking I had some free choice. All right, RB, let's have some dinner. Hey, thanks for subscribing. Yeah, if anybody who's watching, hey, we got a bunch of people watching. Jeez, that's a lot. Thank you for joining, everybody.
As he wandered through this fantasy world, he began to fill it with many possible paths and destinations. Down one path lay an enormous round room with monitors and mind controls.
Okay.
Down another was a yellow line that weaved
Oh,
in many
there's no
directions.
refrigerator anymore.
Down another was a game with a baby, and he called it the Stanley Parable.
I still can't go in there. Everything's changing. With the baby. Hey, if you guys haven't subscribed, then please do. It would really be helpful for our channel. And like this channel or like this particular stream, and we'll try to get the word out to more people. Thank you. Please press B to tell your kids a story. We have a kids. All right, what's over here? Still have that. Okay, I don't know. Okay, B. I can't do anything
It was
else.
such a wonderful fantasy, and so in his head he relived it again, and then again, and again, over and over, wishing beyond hope that it would never end, that he might always feel this free. Surely there's an answer down some new path, mustn't there be? Perhaps if he played just one more time.
I think, please press X to tell your wife you love her. Sure. I love you, honey.
But there is no answer. How could there possibly be? In reality, all he's doing is pushing the same buttons he always
I'm turning
has.
into my
Nothing has
office.
changed. The longer he spends here, the more invested he gets.
Oh my
the more he
God,
forgets
this is
which
so
life
great.
is the real one.
Press Y to go to sleep. But I'm in my office and I'm going to wake up at work.
And I'm trying to tell him this, that in this world he can never be anything but an observer, that as long as he remains here, he's slowly killing himself. But he won't listen to me. He won't stop. Here, watch this. Stanley, the next time the screen asks you to push a button, do not do it.
Please press Y to be at work in the morning. But I have to. You've created a world in which I have to. It's like, oh, that's great. Hi, AI. This is like Warner finally got out of control of the threshold. This is what it would have been like if WinTech continued to, all right. Oh, this is great. Man, if we could do a mashup, if Phantasmagoria 3 could be Curtis, the Curtis parable or something, that would be great. Curtis and Adrian dealing with this meta world that the Stanley Parable people need to work with Roberta Williams in creating the next Phantasmagoria. All right, nothing else we can do. Let's go back to work.
You see? Can he just not hear me? How can I tell him in a way that he'll understand that every second he remains here, he's electing to kill himself? How can I get him to see what I see? How can I make him look at himself?
My wife's not there anymore. Press A to question nothing. I question nothing.
Suppose I can't. Not in the way I want him to. But I don't make the rules. I simply play to my intended purpose, the same as Stanley.
Oh my
But
God.
not so different, I suppose.
That's 11:40.
I'll try once more to convey all this to him. I'm compelled to. I must. Perhaps, well, maybe this time he'll see. Maybe this time.
It's funny. He
And I
doesn't.
tried again. Stanley pushed a button.
Please die.
And I tried again. And Stanley pushed a button. And I tried.
Oh my God. I died. All right, question nothing. Very zen choice, Paul. Okay, here we go again. Okay, this game. Well done, game. I am very, very impressed with you. And it's actually very nerve-wracking. It's a nerve-wracking game. I'm loving it, and I'm finding it very stressful, just like an office environment is. Okay, here we go.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
What could it mean?
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay. Okay, so I have some choices that I know about. Nothing I can do here still. Doesn't look like. There's still nothing in there. Does that ever open up? Does that ever change? Don't bang your head. If there are like little nooks and crannies that yeah, the Stanley Threshold narrated by Spoonie and Daniel. Okay. So if there are like nooks and crannies that I'm missing regularly and you guys know about something, then go ahead and tell me. I'll keep an eye on.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
See, I could... Okay. If I go left, I'm going to my boss's office. That thing's going to open up in his office. I think I had a second choice, too. I could have gone downstairs instead of upstairs. If I go right, rather than going straight, I can go left. So I know I have at least 2 new choices on either side. So let's go left, and let's go downstairs. He's happy with me now because I'm doing what I told him to do. For now. But he'll be mad at me in a second. Okay, we're going to go through here. We've seen all this.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley
Things
decided to
change.
go up to his boss's office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Yeah. How to solve a dispute with a coworker. We've already got that. Where's the projector? There it is. It's up there. I've been working like crazy lately putting together a slideshow for our new Everyone is Unique. You, most of all. For the new Letters Aloud show we're going to be touring next week. It's been a lot of fun, but a lot of work. I'm getting pretty good at PowerPoint, though. Number of slides on this slide. That's great. All right. Maybe I should just sit in here for the rest of the game and avoid conflict. Synergize core values. All right, here we go. You can walk off that big yellow platform in the warehouse. Really? Wouldn't I just die to my death? There's a broom closet you can explore. Can I go in there? If you find the broom closet, just stay in there for a while. It's worth it. Okay, so I got to find a broom closet. Okay. There are doors. Okay, well. Yeah, all right. Broom closet, it can be opened. I don't remember exactly where the broom closet is, but I'll keep an eye out next time.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
I'll show you who has free will. I'm not giving up yet. Let's go. So there's got to be a reason I can go back here. What is that? Can I do anything with that? Why do you give me this space back here and I can't interact with anything? Fire hose. He's not talking to me. But she's going to get mad at me as soon as I go in here. Oh, we're in a parking lot.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss. Admitting he had left his post during work hours, he might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself,
I am crazy. Yeah.
All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense. And as Stanley pondered this, he began to make other strange observations.
Oh my God, what's happening?
Why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he went?
Totally.
And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
They are.
No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last,
Soft drink.
he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it.
Oh my God.
I'm dreaming, he yelled. This is all a dream.
I'm going in circles.
What a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation. His co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up.
This is a fever
I'll
dream.
go
This is
back
crazy.
To my boring real-life job pushing buttons.
Oh my God, I'm back
I
in.
may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground. Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking?
Yes.
Now the voice
How
was
does he know what I'm
describing
thinking?
itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd,
God,
and wondered
how-
if this voice spoke to all people in their dreams, the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself? Believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
My God, the
Stanley
amount
is
of-
as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars
I'm
just
in
a moment
hell.
ago?
I am
How
in
else would the
absolute
voice
hell. I
explain
did
all
not
that?
know this was
This
gonna-
voice was a part of himself too. Surely, if he could just...
What?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream.
How? How?
So he closed his eyes
Okay.
gently,
Okay.
and he
Okay.
invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back,
Oh my God, this is so
the
good.
fresh air of the world outside this room.
Who wrote this?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself.
I mean,
I'm
this
through
is
with this
so well written.
I wish it to be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons.
I want to go
Please.
back.
It's
I want to
all I
go
want.
back. Clarence,
I want
send
my
me back,
apartment
Clarence.
and my wife and my job. All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine. I am okay.
Oh man. I'm still in the same spot.
Stanley began screaming. Please, someone wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh man. They just they take their time. They
This
really
is the story of a woman named Mariella.
Mariello.
Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed
That's
dead
us.
on the sidewalk.
We died.
And although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy.
Curtis,
This much she
Stanley,
knew. Everyone
Paul.
knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Oh man.
I know what is real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life.
Can I
She
do
had
anything?
no time for this.
No, I can't do
so
anything.
it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Mariello. Cult Classic Corners just wrote, so far Paul has died 3 times in a non-combat game. This sounds like me. Oh my gosh, we're back here. You know, I'm a big fan of those stuck in time games, like of course, like Groundhog Day. But I also really like that movie Palm Springs. And there's another one called Map of Tiny Perfect Things. There's like 3 or 4 movies that have come out in the last, during the pandemic, 3 years or so, that are actually all really good. And this game certainly fits in that as well. Yeah, I don't know. There's something about that, having to negotiate the same thing over and over again, that I find fascinating. I think I've mentioned this before, but there's a book that I read that it stuck with me forever. I need to read it again. It's called
How wonderful. Stanley was alone. Finally. This is great, he thought to himself. This is what I've wanted all along. I got what I wanted.
Okay, you have to remind me where the broom closet is. I think it's along the way here. It's called Repeat. Repeat? I think it's called Repeat. And it's a guy that... a guy who, at the first chapter, he dies of like a heart attack at 40-something years old. And then he wakes up from his death, and he's in college. He's about to take an exam, and he realizes that he's been transported back to when he was in college. And he's blown away by it. He's surprised that happens. And he lives his life, makes different choices, and then at that same day on his birthday, or whenever it was, he dies again. And then he wakes up a little bit later, and the whole book is that he can't stop from dying on that one day. There's nothing that can stop that.
Stanley stood for a long time in one spot. It's a part of a game. He likes to see how long he can go without dying.
Oh
So
my
far,
God,
he's
that's
doing
great.
Excellent.
I'm trying to tell you guys
If
the
he
story.
just stays right where he is, I'm sure he'll keep up that good momentum. Let's observe the genius at work.
Oh my God. Anyways, the book is really good, and it basically, each time he dies, he wakes up a little bit later, and he just lives his life over again hundreds and hundreds of times. But every time he wakes up after he dies, he's closer to his death. And so by the end of the book, he's actually waking up minutes before he dies, seconds before he dies. It's fascinating. It's a really cool book. I think it's called Repeat, and I have to look it up again, but it really, really stayed with me, except for the title or the author. All right, I'm going to move. That was funny. That was very funny. I'm glad that I stumbled onto that. That's not a broom closet, is it? Yeah, tell me where the broom closet is. Is it in this office, or is it once I get to Replay by Ken Grimwood? That's it. It is. You're right. Yeah, NB, etc. That's exactly it. You guys should all get that. Get that book. I'm amazed no one's made a movie out of it. It's so ripe for being made into a movie. It's mind-boggling that it never has. It's not the greatest literature in the world. The writing is really solid, but it's a little pulpy. But he handles the situation really well. He just does a great job with it. Written in the 70s, I think. I'm walking really slowly because I'm afraid I'm going to run into near the conference room. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
All right, let's go find the conference room. Right, was it back here? Is it this one? Is it going to say broom closet? Or not? You say Pepina. You say we're pretty far into it. I don't think you can ever get far into this game because there is no. Is this the broom closet? It's going to say broom closet, isn't it? Yeah. Okay, it's after the projector. Thank you. Wandering. What's our narrator's name?
Yet there was not a single person here either.
Maybe.
Feeling
Tips for not
a
getting
wave of
fired.
disbelief,
Talk less. Do
Stanley
unbelievably
decided to
amazing
go
work
up
all the
to
time,
his
every day,
boss's office,
with no
hoping
expectation
he
of
might
promotion.
find an answer there.
All right. There we go. All right, how do I get in here? Do I need to use... Is it E? Oh, there we go. Sweet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he turned around and got back on track.
Is the door going to shut on me?
There was nothing here. No choice to make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. No reason to still be here. It was baffling that Stanley was still just sitting in the broom closet. He wasn't even doing anything. At least if there was something to interact with, he'd be justified in some way. As it is, he's literally just standing there doing sweet FA.
Sweet FA.
Are you really still in the broom closet? Standing around doing nothing?
Okay, go
Why?
a broom.
Please offer me some explanation here. I'm genuinely confused.
I want to pick up a broom. Can't.
You do realize there's no choice or anything in here, right? If I'd said Stanley walked past the broom closet, at least you would have had a reason for exploring it to find out. But it didn't even occur to me because literally this closet is of absolutely no significance to the story whatsoever. I never would have thought to mention it. Maybe to you this is somehow its own branching path. Maybe when you go talk about this with your friend, you'll say, "Oh, did you get the broom closet ending? The broom closet ending was my favourite." I hope your friends find this concerning.
I bet you people have had this one. We're already having it. You guys directed me to go to the broom closet so I could have this experience.
Stanley was fat and ugly and really, really stupid. He probably only got the job because of a family connection. That's how stupid he is.
Oh, wow.
That or with drug money. Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
What else you got for me, narrator?
Well, I've come to a very definite conclusion about what's going on right now. You're dead. You got to this broom closet, explored it a bit, and were just about to leave because there's nothing here when a physical malady of some sort shut down
How long
your
does this
central
go
nervous
on?
system, and you collapsed on the keyboard. Well, in a situation like this, the responsible thing is to alert someone nearby so as to ensure that your body is taken care of before it begins to decompose. Hello? Anyone who happens to be nearby? The person at this computer is dead. He or she has fallen prey to any number of your countless
My
human
gosh, this guy had
physiological
so
vulnerabilities.
much
It's indicative of the long-term
dialogue to have
sustainability
to-
of your species. Please remove
He does
their
such a
corpse
great
from
job.
the area and instruct another
Area?
human to take their
Where's he
place
from?
at the computer, making sure they understand basic first-person video game mechanics and filling them in on the history of narrative tropes in video gaming, so that the irony and insightful commentary of this game is not lost on them.
All right, let's get out of here.
All right. When you've done that, just step out into the hallway.
Are you done? Are you done? Is there more? Is there more? All right. I bet you if I stuck around for like another 30 seconds, he would say something. But let's get out of here. All right, let's go. That was funny.
Second player, it's good to have you on board. I
Second-
guarantee you can't do any worse than the person who came before you.
Second player. All right, so now we don't want to go downstairs. That was awful. Not doing
Coming
that
to a
again.
staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Although I bet you if we go down there again, it won't be the exact same. Or I don't know. Will that trigger a new thing? Or 2582, what was it?
Stepping into his manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. What could it mean? Stanley wondered aloud to nobody. He began wildly tearing through papers on the boss's desk, pulling books off the shelf, looking behind paintings, desperate for clues to his situation. But his attention was caught by a keypad behind the boss's desk. What could its purpose be? In fact, this keypad guarded the terrible secret that lay buried below his feet.
Wait.
And so the
Step
boss
out and
had
go back.
assigned it an extra secret PIN number, 2845.
2845. Okay.
Of course,
Okay, hold on.
Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
I'm going to stop for a second. I'm going to stop. All right, stop for a second. Step out and step back in. Oh, it always goes on just a bit too long for comedic effect. Go easy on the drugs. Stay, they say. Go back. Now go back in. Leave and go back in. Oh, no. Sorry, guys. I missed it. Oh, well. There's too much good stuff. Let the narrator press it for you? Okay. Let's do that.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, I should have gone back in. All right.
2845.
If you stall on the keyboard, the narrator gets irritated. Let's do a different one. Ah.
Forgot, but it turns out that the panel's emergency override kicked in, and the door just opened all by itself. And Stanley got the hell along with the story. Well, whoop-de-doo.
I turned away when he was about to say, "What are you doing?" All right, let's go. Here we go. I just feel like there's going to be... I don't know. I guess I've been playing too much Monkey Island and stuff that I feel like there's going to be things around the corner to pick up or grab. All right, let's go back down here. Whoop. So someone said to jump off the... I'm Digital Dave. Welcome, Digital Dave. Boy, it's a great group today. Really nice. This is clearly a favorite of many. All right, so this one, I can see why. God, what a funny freaking game. Oh, I'm going back. That's where I just came, right?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Well, I guess I'm going to have to do that, right? Because I don't want to do the escape thing.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
Psych.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized
Hey,
he simply
new
had
room.
too much to live for.
Yeah, too much to live for. All right, what's this? Great sound effects. Wait, how did I get... I forgot. Oh, I went to the... When I went on that lift, that was when I went to the right door, so that's not here. It's somewhere else. Okay. We've got a runner. Special jumping spot. What's this?
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself.
Yeah.
Did he have the strength to find out?
Well, I guess we do. Can't go back. We can go back, but we can't get out. Gotta go forward. Oh, Stanley, what are we gonna do here? What's this? Videos. Video cameras.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building, Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Dang. This is really... You know, when you do something that is comedic, and yet you are commenting, you know, this is satire, right? Fired. And you handle it with such intelligence, and yet you're really commenting on the society that we live in. It is pretty powerful. You know, I never in a million years, you guys, I didn't play games prior to this. As you all know, I've never played games before. I mean, other than like Wii games with my kids or sports games, Madden and stuff. But I just had no idea that there were games like this out there that had such a incredible amount of creativity and thought and intelligence and humor, and I'm so grateful to be introduced to this stuff.
This mind control facility, it was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly?
Can I get out of here? I can't, I'm stuck. Is there a way out? Yeah, there's this.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable, wasn't it?
I have a feeling I'm heading towards a death here.
Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
How do I do that? I'm going to try to dismantle the controls. How do I dismantle the controls? Oh, there it is. Mind control status offline. Let's do it. I think this is going to be my next death. Death number 4. Oh. Huh. Doesn't that look like a button? I'm confused. What do I do? Okay, so there are things here, but I can't push any buttons that I know of. Where can I go? It's dark. Offline, offline, offline. Facility power. Okay, we're gonna. Oh, what's this? Go in here. So we've seen all this stuff. We need to go into that area, and then we're gonna turn off the power. Everything's offline right now. What's this? Huh? It's not letting me do anything. All right. Here we go. Mind controls idle, awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible place and to everything it stood for.
So, the 8 button. There's an 8 button? On-off switch in power facility room. Yeah. There's a large doorway with a big sign over. Yeah, you guys get me there. Fire escape. The magic 8 button. I found the past few years that indie developers are an untapped gold mine. Yep. You'll find the 8 button. Am I at the 8 button, or do I got to go find the 8 button? I don't know if I'm Curtis or Warner. So I was going to say something. Dan Avedon of Game Grumps just released their first chapter of Phantasmagoria yesterday. He and not the main guy that he partners with, but this other guy did a whole playthrough, and they're releasing it throughout this month. So it's kind of cool that they're doing that while we're playing our game with Tori, and I'm going to be interviewing Dan in a couple weeks. And if things work out, he and his partner, can't remember his name off the top of my head, are going to invite us both to visit their studio once their playthrough of Phantasmagoria 2 is over. And so they'll get a chance to meet Tori, maybe even play a little bit of Phantasmagoria 2. We'll see how it goes, but it's going to be fun. So check out his playthrough of Phantasmagoria 1. And I had something else to say too, but I can't remember what it was. Okay. So I can turn off the system power. Was there something I should do first? Do I want to go find the 8 button? There's a thing in the Stanley Parable demo. Okay, let's not do that. Let's just go and mind controls idle, awaiting input. So I guess I want to turn it off, right? I'm going to die, but let's see.
Blackness and a rising chill
Ninja
of
Brian,
uncertainty. Was it over?
Those guys are huge. They go on like live. They travel around the country and do live shows filled with.
He had defeated
Maybe
the
did.
machine, unshackled himself from someone else's command.
Yes. Okay.
Freedom was mere moments away.
Excellent.
And yet, even as the immense door slowly opened, Stanley reflected on how many puzzles still lay unsolved.
Yeah, it's true.
Where had his co-workers gone?
Yeah.
How had he been freed from the machine's grasp? What other mysteries did this strange building hold? But as sunlight streamed into the chamber, he realized none of this mattered to him.
No.
For it was not knowledge or even power that he had been seeking, but happiness.
Just some
Perhaps
fresh air.
his goal had not been to understand, but to let go. No longer would anyone tell him where to go, what to do, or how to feel. Whatever life he lives, it will be his. And that was all he needed to know.
That's all we need
It
to
was
know, right?
perhaps the only thing worth knowing. Stanley stepped through the open door.
Yes.
Stanley felt the cool breeze upon his skin, the feeling of liberation, the immense possibility of the new path before him. This was exactly the way, right now, that things were meant to happen.
Right now.
And Stanley was happy.
Yeah. For how long? What's going to happen now? Beat the game. Complete the Stanley Parable. What does that mean? I'm done? I beat it. So that was does that mean I did something? Is that one where, are there different endings and I don't always die? Well, I guess if I'm back here, it means I must have died. What was that, some sort of, did I do something good? Oh, okay, Ninja Brian is the guy he's playing Phantasmagoria with, but there's another guy who's his normal partner for Game Grumps. Anyway, they said something. I watched a little bit of their playthrough, and it reminded me of something, and I can't remember.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
No commentary about all the paper? Should I go back in the broom closet? Why don't we go in the other door this time? Let's go to the right.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
So let's keep an eye out for are there other broom closet-like doors?
Wow, Yes, this room. What a beautiful room. What a gorgeous, gorgeous room. Thank goodness Stanley, but eager to get back to business.
That's really
Stanley
cool
took
how
the
they're
first
able to.
open door on his
They
left.
figured out ways to quickly cut to the next scene if he doesn't want to stay and live in the dialogue of the narrator. It really is seamless. It's great. I haven't gone left yet, but if I go right, I can jump off the. Well, let's save that for later. We'll come back that way again. Let's go in here.
And so he detoured through the maintenance
Yeah.
section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Or did I? Come on. You're telling me not to do this. I don't know. You can't do anything wrong, but it's choices. I don't want to go in yet. I'm going to poke my head in. See what this looks like. Oh, this takes me back. Okay. That takes me to the conference room, right? And then I'm back on track. So let's not be back on track. Let's go. Let's see what this is. Starting to get my bearings a little bit. What are you going to say about this, narrator? Am I dead? No, just kidding.
But Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here it's, left.
That's great. I can only go left. Okay. Well, see, he's only
Oh,
going.
no, it's to the right, my mistake.
Oh, this is great. Nope.
No, not the right. Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking? It's clearly... Oh dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
So fun.
Now, let's see.
It's like
We
the
went
role of a
down
lifetime.
right,
Did this
left,
guy win an
down,
award? He should have.
Right. Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Oh no. I'm going to get run over. Just feels like there's things I should be looking at. What about this? I feel like there's that. Alright, I guess we have to go in here. Oh boy. New sounds. Oh no, we're here again.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Look, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning.
No.
And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, bummer. Okay, that was fast. Oh, and no more paper on the... Okay, so...
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Okay, what have I missed so far? So if I go to the... Oh, doors are closed. Oh, no.
When Stanley... Wait, what? No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when
I
you were
don't-
back in that room with all the monitors?
No.
Did you move the story somewhere? Or...
I didn't.
Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story.
Yeah.
It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here
So the
somewhere.
narrator is
Okay,
the
then.
story.
It's an
He's the...
adventure.
Oh, here
Come,
we go.
Stanley. Let's find the story.
Let's find the story. Good question. If I go right, I can still go let's go. Yeah, let's go right, and then we'll go straight.
I'll say it. This is the worst adventure I've ever been on. I can promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again?
No.
Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why
No.
not?
What? Why?
All of his co-workers
Oh
were
my
gone.
God.
What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
I am so good. Sometimes there's stuff on the floor. Alright, there's nothing to do here. Okay, he really wants me to go in the left door. Oh no. Oh no.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from.
There's no
Why
doors.
don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
Oh god. Okay. Well, what did we miss? Oh, this is so great. So utterly disorienting. What did we miss? Okay, there's coffee on the floor. He's going to tell us what we missed, right? What did we miss? Am I supposed to be looking?
Aha! I knew we'd miss something. The story. Here it comes.
Okay. Is this new? This is new. Or is it? Looks kind of familiar.
No, wait. Never mind. Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
Oh my god, this is so good. I mean, how high did they get when they were making this story? They must have been having so much fun just playing with every single instinct that a gamer will have and then commenting on it. And now I'm in a different room. And then messing with your expectations and then telling you that they're messing with your expectations. Okay, what the hell? You're not going to shut the door on me. All right, I guess I still got to go, though.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win! Congratulations!
Yes.
I know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off, so
Okay.
good job.
Thank you. I won. That's
Oh,
good.
no, I don't feel right about this at all.
I'm okay with
we
it.
both
I'm
know
o-
you didn't put in any actual work for that win.
It's okay. I'm
Some
happy.
people win fair and square.
No.
And this was not one of those situations.
Sometimes you just need to win one, you know?
Okay.
Win
I'm
some,
getting
lose some,
weirded out
win.
by
Let me win
whatever
this
this
one.
place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
No. Crud. I mean, come on. I mean, that's just so fun. Who were these
All right,
people?
I've got a solution. This time,
I really
make
want to
sure
talk
we
to the
don't get
people who
lost,
made this game.
I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable Adventure Line. Just follow the line. How simple is that?
It's not that simple. It's never that simple. Oh boy, here's a new room. All right, let's go in here. Sure. This hasn't been opened before. Wow. Boy, you really get
See?
lost in
The
time
line
with this
knows
game.
where the
It's
story
already
is. It's
been
over
doing this
in
for an
this
hour and a
direction.
half.
Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being via the very manifestation of the nature of life
going
itself?
to the office?
Okay, Stanley, I need to follow this train of thought for a minute.
It's
Just
going
stick
up
with
the...
me. Now, we can both agree that the nature of existence is in fact a byproduct of one's subjective experience of that existence, right? Okay. Now, if my experience of your existence
That's a coffee
rests
cups.
inside of your subjective experience of this office, is this office, in fact, the skeleton of my own relative experiential mental subjective construct?
Oh my God.
Hang on. That got a bit weird back there.
It did.
Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was
This
going.
is like an
with
art
that.
installation
You know
project.
what?
I've seen
I
something
think
like
what
this
we
at a
need right now
museum.
is a bit of
Don't
music
start
to
over.
lighten the mood.
Oh, good. There's no place to go now. It's just madness. Absolute madness. Why not? Financial records.
Cut the music, go back and look at that fern. Stanley, this fern will be very important later in the story.
Go back and look at
Make
that
sure you
fern.
study it closely
Fern.
and remember it carefully. You won't want to miss anything.
You guys got it? Looks like a fern to me. I don't. This is just so great. How's everybody doing? I haven't seen any. Looks like the. Hold on a second. All. I haven't seen any comments in a while. I just want to make sure folks are still here. I'm having so much fun, and I want to make sure. What's going on? Oh, I see. I think I just stopped. Okay, you guys are still there. Okay, cool. All right, I think I was looking at the... Yeah. Okay, good. All right, excellent. Yeah, this is good stuff. Okay, let's get back to it. Okay, so we looked at the fern. I missed the music. Oh my God.
Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line.
No.
You do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
I'm so lost. Oh, not in there again. We're going to go in there again. He's going to make us go back to the beginning. Oh, well, we might as well do it.
Oh, no, not again. Line, how could you have done this to us? And after we trusted you, after everything we've been through, you... Oh, I can't take this anymore.
Who's he talking to? Line?
Restart.
Oh, my God. Oh, the line, the adventure line. Okay. Its own will. Oh, man. Lime. Okay. Here we go. Should we try it again? Looks like we already have two options.
You know what, Stanley? I say forget the adventure line. What's it ever done for us? We're intelligent people, right?
Right.
Why can't we make up our own story?
I agree.
Something exciting,
Okay.
daring, mysterious.
Yeah, what do we got?
Ooh, this all sounds perfectly doable. Why don't we simply start wandering in, well, I don't know. How about this direction?
Which direction? This direction, okay. It's new. But we don't have the adventure line anymore.
Now, yes, this is exciting. Just me and Stanley forging a new path, a new story. Well, it could be anything. What do you want our story to be? Go wild. Use your imagination. Whatever it might be, Stanley, I'm ready for it.
Oh my gosh. Just going in circles. Come on, give me something. All right, here's a little new. Oh my. What is it? What's at the end?
Oh, no, not you again. Stanley, I'd also like to veto the line from having any role in our awesome new story.
We agree,
No
me too.
lines or monitor rooms. Just don't acknowledge it, and we should be fine.
No lines or monitor rooms. Okay, fair enough. I love how the line just went. All right, where which of the lines going to come back?
Ah, a choice. We get to make a decision. From here, the story is in our control. How important we mustn't squander the opportunity. In fact, I believe I need a minute to think here. Just walk in circles for a minute. Okay. So I know that each door has to lead somewhere, which means that somewhere, the place where we're trying to go, there must be a reverse door that leads here. And that in turn means that our destination corresponds with the counter-inverted reverse door's origin. So starting from the right, let us ask, will taking the right door lead us to where we're going? And since the answer is clearly yes, then by
This
all
is like
accounts,
Princess
the door on
Bride.
the right is the correct one.
You think
Another victory
that
for
I
logic.
think
Come, Stanley.
that this is the
Our
right cup,
destiny
but I know that you
awaits.
think that this cup is the right cup. Therefore, all right, here we go. Oh my gosh.
Oh, hold up. What's this? The confusion ending. You're telling me that's
You've
what
been
this
playing
is?
the
It's all
confusion
one
ending for
giant ending?
16.
And we're supposed to
25.
restart the game eight times? That's really how all this goes? It's all determined? So now, according to the schedule, I restart again. Then what? Am I just supposed to...
Wait, I want to see this. Deviate from maintenance room. End up in monitor room, which we've done. Narrator restarts the game. First restart. Discover the 2 doors. Room now has many additional doors. Aimless wandering.
Forget? Well, what if I don't want to forget? My mind goes blank simply because it's written here on this thing, wall.
They just give you
Well,
everything. They tell you
consulted
everything
me. Why
that
don't I get
happened,
to
that is
decide?
going to
Why
happen.
don't I get a
And
say
yet
in all
it's
of this?
still...
Is it really? No, it can't be. I don't want it to be. I
The
don't
narrator's
want the game
gone
to keep
after a long
restarting.
time.
I don't want to forget
Stanley
what's going on.
dies.
I don't want to be trapped like this. I won't restart the game. I won't do it. I won't do it. I won't do it.
Yeah, you're
And
right.
the timer stopped? Does that mean, did we do it? Did we break the cycle? The, whatever it is that made this schedule? How would we even know? Will someone come for us? Will something happen?
How-
So, okay. I guess now we just wait, you know. I suppose in
Find a
some way
bookstore,
that this
get
is a
bored,
kind of
leave,
story,
narrator
wouldn't you
restarts the
agree?
game.
I'm not quite sure if we're in the destination or the
Find the
journey,
confusion
but they're
ending
always
schedule. That's
saying
where we
that
are right
life is
now.
about
Narrator starts the
beginning
game.
and
Fifth
not the
start.
destination.
Forgets
So I
about
hope
previous
that's where we
restarts.
are right now. We'll find out, won't we? Eventually. Well, in the meantime,
Okay, so he's going to not remember anything at this time. because we just read that. It's 11:20. Wow, you guys. I feel like
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
this is so great.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Okay, so I know. Zen solstice writes, this game makes me feel like I had my brain ripped out and put back in, but nothing feels quite right. I'm going to go to that forklift area, if I can.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. The lounge was sublime, a work of art.
Nothing's changed.
What was it about this room that called so deeply and so personally to Stanley? Its grace, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
So here, you said, someone said we can
Stanley
jump
was so
off
bad
this.
at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
But my guess is this is just another death. Is that what I should do? There's stuff to do at the forklift area. We do have a phone we can unplug in case we find her. It's kind of a nightmare, but a pleasant one. Liminal spaces. Jump off the lift in the large warehouse room. Is this it? This is the lift, right? Okay, I'm going to jump off this thing, and then I think I'm going to die, and I'll come back here and see if we can...
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Which I just did. All right, let's do it again. Let's go back. Oh, that's funny. Where am I now? Oh, that's funny.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room.
Right, let's
and
go back to
Stanley
the
knew it
forklift.
perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it.
Nope. I want to go to the forklift.
Standing now in this incredible room, Stanley for the first time, but eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
They knew that people would start just zipping through rooms like I am right now, and they just figured out a way
Stanley
to
was so
keep
bad
the
at following
narrator.
directions, it's incredible he wasn't 5 years ago.
I figured out a great way to get the narrator. You're saying I can jump off the forklift? Oh, I see. Okay. Because the forklift goes up and brings me in there. But if I get to... Okay, gotcha. That's what you guys meant. Let's not kill
Look,
ourselves this
Stanley,
time.
I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is, but in his eagerness to prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do, Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death.
So they kind of
Good
know.
job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
I am very powerful. So they're going to... This is... Okay, I got to start here. No. No. Where am I now? I'm stuck in my own room.
But Stanley simply couldn't handle the pressure. What if he had to make a decision?
But I want to
The
go
crucial
back.
outcome fell under his responsibility. He had never been trained for that. No.
Dang it.
This couldn't go anywhere except badly. The thing to do now, Stanley thought to himself, is to wait. Nothing will hurt me. Nothing will break me. In here I can be happy forever. I will be happy. Stanley waited. Hours passed. Then days. Had years gone by? He no longer had the ability to tell. But the one thing he knew for sure, beyond any doubt, was that if he waited long enough, the answers would come. Eventually, someday, they would arrive. Soon, very soon now, this will end. He will be spoken to. He will be told what to do. Now it's just a little bit closer. Now it's even closer.
What?
Here it comes.
What is happening? Okay. All right, let's try it again. So I can go
All
faster.
his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided
Keep
to
hitting
go
that
to the
door.
meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
All right, let's go. I still want to go find the forklift. So someone has to tell me how to get off the forklift and not kill myself. I'm going to look once I get there. So don't write it this second. Or I guess you can. I'll just scroll back up. Okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, this was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Stanley felt lightheaded, butterflies in his stomach, but eager to
It
get
always
back to
changes.
business,
I love it.
Stanley took the first open door on his left.
No, we don't. Okay, so now how?
Stanley was so bad at following
Directions.
directions,
It's a
incredible
wonder
he
he
wasn't
didn't get
5 years
fired
ago.
5 years ago. Okay, here I am. Okay, wait till you are above the catwalk. Simply walk down. Above the cat. Okay, and then simply walk down. Okay, fair enough.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's someone you've been... What? Really?
Nice.
I was in the middle of something. Do you have zero consideration for others? Are you that convinced that I want something bad to happen to you? Why, I don't know how to convince you of this, but I really do want to help you, to show you something
don't.
beautiful.
You
Look,
don't.
Let me prove it.
No key card.
Let me prove that I'm on your side. Give me a chance.
Danger. Danger everywhere. Oh my gosh. This game is... I don't know. This might be my new favorite game. Did the door shut? It did. Danger everywhere. Can I go in here? Nope. I don't know why I think. Danger everywhere. Warning, do not stand on this side of the fence. Red door, blue door.
Now listen carefully, this is important. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh my God. It just, your natural instinct is to just be the little kid who does the opposite of what he says. It's just, you can't help it. It's so, okay, everybody's saying go blue door. All right. I'll do, oh God. Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Blue door, everyone says.
Aha, perhaps you misunderstood. Stanley walked through the red door. I still don't think we're communicating properly. Stanley walked through the red door.
Oh God. That's so great. That's so great.
Oh, thank God you are willing to listen to me. Do you see that I really have wanted you to be happy all this time? The
No.
problem is all these choices. The two of us always trying to get somewhere that isn't here.
Yeah.
Running and running and running, just the way you're doing right now.
Right.
Don't you see that it's killing us, Stanley?
Oh, we're just going in circles.
I wanted to stop.
Me too.
We would both be so much
We
happier
would.
if we just stopped.
Yeah, I agree.
And I think I have a solution.
No.
Here.
Don't go back to the
Let me show
beginning.
you.
No. Okay, good. All right, good. Oh, I'm going to go back. I'm going into the abyss. I knew it.
What do we want? What are we looking for?
What is going on? I'm so confused. There's... What the heck? What is this? Oh my gosh, you guys.
Here. Yes. Oh, it's beautiful, isn't it? If we just stay right here, right in this moment with this place, Stanley, I think I feel happy.
Me too.
I actually feel happy.
It's all so beautiful. I don't want to go down there. It's kind of pleasant, isn't it, guys? All right, now we need to go down here. We're also getting near the end of our day. So off we go.
No, wait. Where are you going? Oh, no. Stay away from those stairs. If you hurt yourself, if you die, the game will reset. We'll lose all of this.
Maybe the narrator's our friend the whole time and we just don't know it. I don't think so.
Please, no, Stanley, let me stay here. Don't take this from me.
It'd be funny if Hal was like this and, oh no. Is this it? Alright, I'm gonna jump and die.
Please, Stanley, think about what you're doing.
I don't want to die. I don't want to do this. But I feel like what do you think? Should I go back? I could go back and go back in that room. Gotta jump. All right. This will be, all right. 1, 2, 3.
No! Oh, thank God. You lived. You had me worried there for a moment. Now, can we please get back to the other room?
Oh my God. Can we go back up? We have two options. Go back up, go back in the other room. Yeah, I guess go back in the other room. Guys, I think I need to call it. Let's go back in the other room if it's still available, as it is. And let's enjoy this for a minute.
See? This is what you want. This is where we can both be happy. We really can. If we stop moving, we just have to stop moving.
If I keep going, do I kill myself? This game is just so... No, I don't see anything. The only way is there. Can I jump? Alright guys, we're going to call it. We're going to call it. Can I save? Let's save. New save game, right? Do I... Wait, what am I doing here? I don't want to do delete. Okay, back. This game is now paused. Okay. Yeah, I should do whatever I feel like. Okay, well, I wanted to save. I guess I saved. New save game. Okay, cool. Let me switch this over. Cool. Well, guys, that was a blast. That was super, super fun. What a great game. I can't wait. I don't know how much longer does this thing go? Does this go on for... How many hours of game time does this have? And I think my understanding is it's a relatively short game because it was an indie game. It became super popular, and then they made the Ultra Deluxe, which expanded it. So I will definitely play this again next week. And don't know if this is 1 or 2 more streams or a lot more to see, says AI. But really appreciate your attendance today. I got a lot more viewers than I normally get when I play by myself, so that's a nice feeling. Let's all continue to wish Daniel safety and an end to this madness, so that he and his family and his loved ones can get back to a life of normalcy if possible. Keep an eye out for, he'll be making an announcement this week on whether he can play on Wednesday or not, and also whether we can play on Friday. I'm leaving as soon as I'm done here to go to my work tour up in Vancouver, and I'll be gone for a few days, but I'll keep an eye out for on Discord and just see what people are saying, and maybe take some time to say it. Oh, Ozzy, thank you.
Ozzy Astaroth tipped 5 pieces of 8, sending my support for you and Daniel. Thank you for this fun stream. As Mark Twain once said, against thee of laughter, nothing can stand.
Good point. Yeah, thank you, Ozzy. I appreciate that. And I like the new widgets Daniel put. He used some, was that a little scene from Ripper. All right. That's it. I am going to sign off. Have a good one, all, and we will see you sometime later this week. Okay. Big thanks to all of our donors today, and to our Patreon members and coffee donors and all that. So have a good one, guys. Take care. Bye. Oh, wrong one. I want to do this one. There we go. Unreal Live.